Fed up with your lower back pain? Watch this video. One of your best friends will be a foam roller. The good ones are not even made out of foam these days, they're kind of hard plastic with some rubber on there. The foam ones break down really quick. It's like a self-massage basically to get all your muscles in good order. So I'd have a little warm up first and then get into some what they call self-myofascial release. So this one's called the grid. It's a little bit more expensive, but it's nice and sturdy. Once this stops hurting, you go onto something like a rumble roller with these nice little prongs to iron out all the little knots in your muscles. And then also you can get therapy balls as well. You can even use just a soft tennis ball and then up to like a cricket ball, even like a snooker ball if you're really up for a bit of pain. And basically this wants to be a daily practice. Pre-workout is really good to do, and as you keep doing it, you'll find the pain will lessen and lessen, and eventually you will restore much better functionality to your muscles. Okay, so important areas to foam roll: lower back, obviously. Okay, just over the area of pain. Do this for a while. Once it stops hurting so much, you can lean into the sides. Okay, right into the spinal erectors, which are normally where the problem is. Other muscles that are important to iron out would be your piriformis in your butt. If this is tight, your feet will turn out, you'll get an anterior pelvic tilt and it will cause pain in the lumbar. So therapy ball into your glute there. Across the leg of the side you're trying to massage it, just leaning in, okay, and having a little root around. Other areas that can help to make your back feel better. If, for instance, your hip flexors are tight and your quads are tight, it can tilt your pelvis forwards and again cause that pain. So it's good to massage your quads. Obviously you want to be doing a few minutes of all of these, but massaging your quads all the way along. Your IT band, which runs from the side of your knee to your hip. Okay, as I said, your hip flexor as well. There. And even sometimes if your adductors are tight, it can lead to back pain, so you can do it this way. Again, spend as long as you need to make sure you're getting some benefit from it. Okay, so let's talk stretches now. Number one, the hilariously named wind relieving pose. We won't go into that too much. So hugging your knees to your chest, and then you want to push up against your arms, so you're creating a stretch in your lumbar spine. Okay, with all these stretches, make sure you hold them for a good, maybe a minute or so, minute or two, depending on your flexibility and how much you need to. The stiffer you are, spend more time on it. I'm just going to run through quickly here today. So this way, and then with your arms flat, knees together, keep your shoulders flat, and bringing your knees side to side. So we're going to mobilise the spine, this rotation. Again, 10 to 20 of those depending on how tight you are on a given day. From there, pushing down and twisting. Okay, maybe 30 seconds aside, I'll do up to 3 of these depending on how tight I was feeling. Again, I'm just rushing through today just so the video's not an hour long. Across the legs, stretching forwards. You may feel that in the lower back, in the hips, in the glutes. Okay, and then we're going to stretch the spine the other way. So we'll go through all the progressions of the prone cobra. If your lower back's really tight, this may be quite painful, and it's actually a stretch just to lay in here. Over time, coming up onto your elbows, up onto your arms. The point being keeping your hips flat, creating that sag in your lumbar spine. Okay, and then stretching up. Again, tight hip flexors and weak glutes will kind of cause this hyperlordosis, like a Donald Duck syndrome, which again, especially if you're squatting or something, your spine's in a bad position, unnecessary kind of stress. So we want to level up. If you're sitting all day long, these are really shortening and really adding to that problem. It's very common. So a really important stretch, warrior pose. like this. Fire the glute on the leg that you've got the knee on the floor. Okay, so we're keeping this forwards. And then if you want to accentuate the pose, reaching up and twist. Again, you should feel all along there. That's a really important one for most people with low back pain issues. Okay, also tight quadriceps can add to the problem. Okay, so knees together, pulling down there. Okay, and then also very important, as I say, tight piriformis. So we need to stretch that off, leg across, knee up, and just pulling everything into the stomach. There. And one more that I nearly forgot, cat camel. So from here, tucking the chin, raising the groin, hold for 5 seconds, and you want to do a few reps of this one. Okay, which can free up the nerves in the lower spine. You can even add a little bit on here from there, and sit back, reset, arch, sit back. Again, a few reps can really help free up the spine. Okay, so exercise-wise, it's important to have strong glutes and a strong transverse abdominis, so with a deep abdominal wall. Again, if this is weak, knees are tight, your lower back's tight, double duck, ouch, dysfunction. So strengthening here and strengthening here. For the glutes, any kind of hip extension, so deadlifts are obviously one of the better ones. Can be hard if you've already got back pain going on though. Perhaps you could start in the 45-degree hyperextension unit with hyperextensions. This hip thruster I'm about to show is probably the premier exercise for big, strong glutes. So I'll just demonstrate that. Okay, so pulling your feet in, push the bar away. It helps to have this pad there to protect your pelvis. Okay, and then you're going to extend, fire your glutes nice and up. So you're trying to create a straight line from knee to shoulder. I'll do a couple of reps and then we'll show you from the side. Very quickly, you'll get some pretty sick weights on you because your glutes should be really easy to get strong. You can also do this exercise with your shoulders on a bench to make it more difficult. Okay, and now again for the transverse abdominis, as I say, there's a few different exercises. One is where you're pushing your lower back into the ground, keep this thing here, and just extending your leg to wherever's comfortable and looking out. Or the good old plank. Make sure you're drawing your belly button in towards your spine to activate the transverse abdominis. Again, everything in a nice straight line. Okay, and working for time. Eventually you want to be able to do 3 minutes straight. At first, if you have to do like 3 sets of however many seconds, build it up. And also side plank as well. So stabilise the spine laterally as well. Okay, same format. You want to be able to do about 1.5 minutes inside. Is a relatively good level of fitness. And now as a little bonus, I'll show you inversion therapy. So all day long gravity's working to kind of compact your spine, whether you're standing, sitting, laying down. It's kind of a detriment to your spinal health. So by hanging upside down, we can actually use gravity to our advantage. It will leave the pressure on the disc, especially if you've got a sciatic injury. Just releases the nerve a little bit. Just, the tightness in the muscles will go down a little bit, and it's not that vicious circle all the time. You can do this up to 3 times a day, little and often with this. Don't hang there for like 10 minutes because you probably won't get off again. 30 seconds, up to 3 minutes over a few weeks, slowly build into it. Okay, so I'll show you how to get up. So we're basically clambering up and then putting your legs over. While you're hanging there, just really totally relax. You don't want to be doing anything to try and accentuate the stretch because it's enough of a stretch already, and probably no rotation really. Just hang, relax, let the muscle, relax as it were. If you found this video useful, please like and subscribe to help me share the love, and we will see you next time.